Hello, teacher.
Hey, Bruce, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good. Hey, how's school?
Mm, we have a skip rope mm, competition,
Okay. How'd you do?
mm, and there are only three people from a class can be choice.
Be chosen?
Yes.
Were you one of them?
Yes, I want to be chosen.
Okay, so you say yes, I was chosen.
I think I am be chosen because I'm the first in the boy, but have four girls was not be counted.
Four girls will not be counted
Was not
or were not counted. They were not counted.
was not not skipped yet.
Oh, four girls haven't competed yet. They haven't skipped yet. Okay. When's the competition?
Yesterday.
Okay. And so you already did your part.
Yes, but there are still
Other
competition.
people to do it.
Yes.
Okay. And the other girls, they'll probably do it tomorrow.
Maybe.
Maybe. Okay. All right. Well, hopefully you'll do well.
Yes.
Yeah. So what do they do? Do they time you?
Yes. 1 minute.
Oh, so and it's how many skips you can do
I
in one
can
minute?
do 172.
You could do 172
Yes.
in a minute.
Yes.
Wow, that's pretty good. That's really good. Okay. And do you get a prize if you win?
Mm, There is a still another competition that's all of the people that's be chosen in the grade 5 competition again.
Okay. So it just keeps going on.
Yes.
Okay, all right. But at the end, when it's finally done with everything, is there a prize, an award or something?
Mm, they will give you something.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, that sounds like fun. I always like those kinds of competitions. Anything else coming up? Or how's your classes?
Not yet.
Was that
Mm, no.
nothing's coming up?
No.
Okay. But and how are your classes going?
Mm, Unit 4.
What's that?
Um, Chinese is Unit 4.
Oh, you're just yeah. I mean I'm not asking like what unit you're in or I'm just saying how's it going? Is it are you is it going fine? Are you doing well? Are you having difficulty in anything?
I do well.
Okay, in all your classes, you're doing well.
Yes.
Okay, okay, all right, good. All right, let's take a look at our homework then from last week. Yeah. And remember, self-correct.
At last, Paulina have a pizza palace, and she wins the competition.
Okay. Do you see anything that should be corrected in that sentence?
She won the competition.
She won the competition, but also the very first one. At last, Paulina have. What should be there instead of have?
Has.
Or had, past tense, right? Yeah. And won the competition. Okay.
Paulina needed a job. She went to a competition to marry to the prince. First, they write in essay. Then they wear glass slippers. At last, they cook. She make a nice pizza in a divertent. At last, she won the competition.
Okay. Any corrections in that paragraph?
To married to the prince.
Okay, so she went to a competition to marry. We need to take out that second two, to marry the prince. What other correction? Past tense. First they
wrote.
Okay. What's the next one?
They were.
Okay, what's past tense for where?
Is it weird?
No, wore. W-O-R-E.
Okay.
Wore. And let's take a look. And at last, they
cooked.
Cooked. What's past tense for cook?
Cooked.
Cooked. How do you spell it?
Cooked.
How do you spell it?
C-O-O-K-E-D.
There you go. Okay. And the next sentence.
She made a nice pizza.
Made. Okay, good. Good job. All right. And I think you're talking about inadvertently, and I think you need to put an ly as an adverb there. Inadvertently. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Good job. Any questions on that one?
No, thank you, teacher.
All right. You're doing better with that, Bruce. I mean, you're not correcting them before you come to class, but you're getting the corrections in class. You're able to, as you read it. But as we keep practicing this every week, when you write something, see if you can try to figure those out before you send it. Okay. And I don't care, you can cross through it, because then I know you made the correction, like the one with made, make, made, right? If you wrote it and it had make, and then after you read it again, you can just cross out make and write in made. Then I'll know that you self-corrected it, and then take a picture of it. Okay. Try to do that for next week. Let's see if it improves a little bit more. You're picking them up when I ask you about it, but you're not picking it up, recognizing it before I ask you about it. That's what I'm really looking for. I'm looking for you to correct it yourself. It's okay to make mistakes. Who cares? That's no big deal. But it's great if you can correct them, find them before I ask you about them. Okay? And I don't expect you to get all of them, but you're able to get them, pick them out yourself when I ask you when we're going over it. So therefore, that leads me to believe that you can do that on your own. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to get you to improve upon, and then to see the correction. I can see it if you just cross it out and write in the correct one. Okay.
Okay.
So we'll try that for next week on your next writing assignment that I'll give you later on today. Okay, let's go ahead and continue and start the dragon problem. On this one. We finished up with the vocabulary. Okay, so we got a pretty dragon. The colors, I like the colors on this one. Okay, and then go ahead and read the question.
Where do good ideas come from?
Okay.
Read how Leon gets a good idea.
Okay, and go ahead and start.
Once upon a time.
Once upon a time.
Once upon a time, long before computers, baseball, or pizza, there lived a young man named Liang. During the day, Liang helped his father build furniture. At night, he made unique original toys for the children in the village. He made birds with flapping wings. He carved dragons with rippling, moving scales, sharp claws, and red eyes. Every child in the village had one of Liang's dragons. Liang knew a lot about dragons because one lived nearby on a mountain. A few times a year, the dragon would swoop down on the village. He ate water buffalo, pigs, and any people unlucky enough to be around. The emperor had done nothing to get rid of the dragon, even though his summer palace was near Liang's village. One day in May, the emperor and his family arrived to take up residence in his summer palace. As the procession passed through the village, the gracious Princess Peng smiled kindly at Liang. He fell instantly in love. At dinner that night, Liang told his father that he wanted to marry Princess Peng. His father almost choked on the stale, hard rice ball he was eating. You are joking, his father said when he finally could speak. I'm serious, insisted Liang. His father began laughing so hard that the old chair he was sitting on broke. He lay on top of the flattened chair, still laughing. I will show him, Liang muttered angrily as he stumped out of the room. The next morning, the emperor's messenger made an official announcement. His most noble emperor proclaims that whoever gets rid of the dragon will marry his daughter, Princess Peng. When he heard the announcement, Liang raced to the palace to be the first to sign up. Then he looked for his friend Li to help him brainstorm ideas for getting rid of bench frowning. Nearby.
No, you skipped a line. Ideas for getting rid of the dragon.
Ideas for getting rid of the dragon. Unfortunately, Li was away. Liang sat on a bench frowning. Nearby, children were playing with the toy dragons he had made them. Liang was wrong, the children asked. I have to get rid of the dragon on the mountain, he told him. I have an idea, said little Ling Ling. Why don't you carve a giant dragon and leave it by the cave? It will alarm the real dragon and scare him into flying away. Liang stared at her. Perfect, he shouted and rushed home. He worked frantically for days, making a huge, scary dragon's head. The night he finished, he loaded it onto a cart and went up the mountain. When he got near the cave, Liang put the wooden head on top of a big rock. From the front, it looked like the rest of the dragon's body was behind the rock.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay.
Liang hid in the bushes and gave a loud roar. What's that noise? Growled the dragon, rushing out of his cave. Then he saw the massive dragon head glaring at him. Go away, or I will eat you up, he commanded. The huge dragon continued to glare at him. He must be very strong. He's not afraid of me, thought the dragon, who, like all bullies, was a coward. He decided that now was a good time to take a long trip. Actually, I'm leaving now. Please make yourself at home in my cave, the dragon called out as he flew away. A year later, Liang and Princess Peng were married. They opened a toy shop together and lived happily ever after.
Okay, good job. Good job reading, Bruce. Okay. Take a look at where it says make connections and go ahead and read that one.
Talk about where Liang's idea for scaring the dragon came from.
Okay.
He gets his idea from children.
Okay, from children?
Yes.
Okay. And then how about number 2?
Tell about a time when a friend helped you think of a good idea.
Okay. How about that?
Sometimes I will write an essay and I can use the things that happened between I and my friend. I can write that things down.
Okay. But who helped you with that idea?
The friends, the things happened between I and my friend.
Your friend and I. Uh-huh. You would say my friend and I. Instead of I and my friend, you would say my friend and I.
My friend and I.
There you go. Okay, good job. All right, let's take a look where it says make predictions. Go ahead and read that.
Make predictions. When you read the story, The Dragon Problem, you can use text, clues, and illustrations to predict what will happen next. As I read, I see that Liang wants to marry Princess Peng. Then the emperor announces that anyone who gets rid of the dragon will marry his daughter. My prediction that Liang will try to get rid of the dragon was correct.
Okay. And the next part?
I read that Liang is going to the palace to sign up to get rid of the dragon. My prediction was correct.
Okay, now go ahead and read, it says your turn. Go ahead and read that one.
Make a prediction about whether the dragon will ever return to his cave. Tell what clues in the text led to your prediction. As you read, remember to use the strategy to make predictions.
Use a strategy to make predictions. Okay, so guess what? This is going to be, because it's not going to continue on, this is going to be your homework. Okay? Your homework is going to continue the story. Okay? It ended with the princess and the prince getting married and opening up a toy store, right? That's how it ended. Now, I want you to add on to that story, the one that you just read, this whole story here. Okay, that's where it ended and lived happily ever after. And I want you to either have the dragon come back or not come back. It doesn't matter, okay? But I want you to add on to that story. So you have to add something to that story, okay? And it doesn't have to be the dragon, but it could be, okay? So just maybe a page, okay? Just a page, and you can just add on to it. You have to use the same characters, though. You have to use Lang, and you have to use Pang, Princess Pang and Prince Lang. And you have to use them in your story. But you could also add other people if you want, or other animals, or other whatever, okay? And just add a little bit more. Like you could start off with, because it says they got married a year later. You could start your story off with, a year later, and then continue on the story, okay?
I continued writing after this story's end.
Yeah. So this is, and as we read it, the ending right now is it's a year later, and Lang and Princess Pang were married, and then they opened up a toy shop together and lived happily ever after. This is where I want you to continue your story right here, okay? And you can bring the dragon back. You don't have to, but add something, okay? Give me like a page, okay? One page of writing of what happens after this year, okay?
Okay.
Okay. I think that'll be kind of fun. All right, so I'll put that, let me write that myself down. So we're, like I said, just about maybe a page, but I think that'll be okay. Okay, any questions on that?
No, thank you, teacher.
No, you got it, okay. All right, and I think you're doing really good with sequencing, but just so you have another refresher, and this is a really good way when we're writing of how we keep things in order. Go ahead and read where it says sequence.
Sequence. Sequence is the order in which the key story events take place. Putting a story's events in sequence will help you to understand the setting, the characters, and the plot. Find text evidence. When I reread pages 23 and 24 of The Dragon's Problem, I see that Liang wants to marry Princess Peng. The next day, the emperor's messenger announced that anyone who gets rid of the dragon will marry the princess. Okay.
And then as we see the chart there, we see the character, the settings, the beginning. And what I want you to also do on this, well, you can actually just read it to me. Go ahead and fill in or give me the answer to the middle and the end. Go ahead and read from the top where it says the character, and we're going to put the story events in order. Okay.
Okay. Character, Liang. Okay. Setting, village, Liang. Setting, village in ancient China. Liang sees Princess Peng and falls in love. The next day, The emperor says anyone who gets rid of the dragon will marry the princess.
Okay, and so what happened in the middle of the
He
story?
make a dragon's head and make the dragon and make a bad dragon afraid.
Okay, and then the end.
He raised the dragon.
He what?
He raised the dragon.
He got rid of the dragon.
Rid.
Spell.
R-I-D.
Yeah, rid of the dragon. Yeah, but I mean, you always should probably put a little bit more detail in that. How did he get rid of the dragon? What did the dragon do? Why did the dragon leave?
Teacher, can you say that again?
Bruce, that's a question to you.
Can you say that again?
Yeah, why did the dragon leave? How did he get rid of the dragon? That's fine to say that, but you need to add more detail. You have to, if you say something, especially when it comes to stories and writing, if you say something, you usually have to support it with an answer of like why or how. Okay? So you said he got rid of the dragon. How did he get rid of the dragon?
Teacher, I can't hear you very well.
Oh, how did he get rid of the dragon?
He make a dragon's head and
He made
he made a dragon's head and make the bad dragon afraid.
Okay. And so the bad dragon left because he was afraid. Okay. All right, let's continue on. Let's go to where it says fairy tale. Go ahead and read that. Hold on. Okay. Can you see that? Hello.
Sorry, teacher. My
I
internet.
got you in here twice.
Sorry, teacher. My internet.
That's okay. That's okay. All right.
Fairy tale. The dragon problem is a fairy tale. Fairy tales have main character who must complete a difficult task or journey. It usually contains imaginary creature, illustration and have a happy ending.
Okay. And then where it says, so we have find text evidence.
Find text evidence. The dragon problem is a fairy tale. The story's
dragon
main
problem
character is a difficult
story's
task.
main
The
character
story includes an imaginary creature, a dragon.
Okay. And then where it says use illustration, so you can see that.
Use illustrations. Fairy tales are usually illustrated. Illustrations gives visual clues about the characters, settings, and events in the story.
Okay. And then where it says your turn, go ahead and read that.
With a partner, discuss whether the ending is a surprising or a fairy tale. Explain why or why not.
Okay, so what do you think?
I think the ending is surprising for a fairy tale because Liang rid the dragon away.
Okay, and do you normally think in a fairy tale you wouldn't do that?
I think a fairy tale would do that too.
Okay, so it would have a good ending. You think most fairy tales have a good ending? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let's take a look then at synonyms. And what are, before we read it, I think you kind of know, what are synonyms?
Synonyms is two words that are same meaning.
Okay, and so they're different words, but they have the same meaning.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and read again. Synonyms. Go ahead and read the page.
Synonyms. As you read the dragon problem, you may come across a word that you don't know. Look at the surrounding words and sentences for clues. Sometimes the author uses a synonym, a word that means almost the same thing as a familiar word. Finds text evidence. When I read the third sentence on page 23 in the dragon problem, the word original helped me figure out what the word unique means.
Okay.
At night, he make unique original toys for the children in the village.
Okay, and so taking a look where it says your turn, go ahead and find the synonyms to those three words. What's another word for rippling?
Spread.
Okay, and what about alarm?
Warning.
Okay, and how about massive?
Huge.
Huge. Good job. Good job. Okay, and let's go ahead and take a look where it says readers too. Go ahead.
Readers too. Writers includes specific, concrete, and sensory details when writing stories. These details provide a visual picture for the reader. Read the excerpt below.
An excerpt.
Excerpt below from the dragon problem.
Okay, and that's below. When you pronounce that word, instead of bellow, it's below.
Below.
There you go. Okay, descriptive details. So go ahead and read the sidebar first.
Descriptive details. In the end,
Identify.
Identify.
Look at identify.
Identify the descriptive details in the story. How do the details help readers picture what is happening in the story?
Okay, and then go ahead and read that.
During the day, Liang helped his father build furniture. At night, he made unique original toys for the children in the village. He made birds with flapping wings. He carved dragons with rippling moving scales, sharp claws, and red eyes. Every child in the village had one of Liang's dragons.
Okay, in that passage there that you just read, for you, What words did you read that really describe something in detail? There's a few in there. What are the word or words that help you figure out the descriptive meaning, the detail of the noun even? This is a really good paragraph to really understand what descriptive means, to describe something in detail.
Unique.
Unique. Okay, you could say unique. Okay, that would be good as a part of a toy, unique toy. Okay, give me some other descriptions that you see that describe something else.
Flapping wings.
Okay, what else?
Rapidly moving scales.
Okay.
Sharp claws. Red eyes.
Okay, and those are because we know toys, that we say that's a noun, right? He made unique toys. Okay, he described the toys as being unique, which is different, original, right? But what about those toys made it unique? Okay, he made birds. Okay, yeah, whatever. But they flapped, right? So they had flapping wings. They had rippling, that's describing the scales, the moving scales. The claws, what kind of claws? Sharp claws. What kind of eyes? Red eyes. So all those words describe a noun that he's talking, each noun that he's talking about, the eyes, the claws, the scales, the wings. So that is descriptive detail. Now, in the ending that you write for homework today, Bruce, try to use as much descriptive detail in your story. Okay, so kind of refer back to this paragraph in your book. I know you have a copy of that, and if you get stuck, you can kind of read this again and figure out maybe what a descriptive detail is. Okay, so in your writing, try to use as much descriptive detail in your story, and you have a good idea of what that is. Okay, any questions on that?
No, teacher. Thank you.
Yeah. What I'm trying to do here, Bruce, is just we're gonna try to build up your writing slowly. Okay, that's why I don't try to give you a lot of things at one time. I think you get to do one thing, do it well, and then keep adding on to it. So that's why we're doing a little bit more with. I know you're going to write an ending to the original story, and that's great. But now I want you to just add a little bit more how by using descriptive details. Okay, and that gives you a chance to really work on not just vocabulary but adjectives, because we got thousands of adjectives that describe things that give it more life, more meaning. Okay. All right, let's take a look at writers, and once again, you see those editing marks. We'll see all that. Read it. Martin wrote a story about a prince. Go ahead and read it the way Martin wrote it, and then you'll read it the correct way. Okay, The Lost Prince.
The Lost Prince. Once in a faraway kingdom, there
Remember, read it the incorrect way.
Once there
There you go.
Once there was a prince who always got lost. He turned left when he meant to turn right.
He meant
walked,
when he meant.
he meant turn right. He walked 10 miles instead of 1. He got lost a lot. The king hired a wise man to help his son. First, the wise man wrote an R.
There's no wrote. Read it the way he wrote it. Read the black words only.
First, the wise man an R on Prince's right hand and L on his left. Next, he gave him a compass. Finally, he invented a machine to tell the prince when he had gone too far.
Okay, hold on. Only because there's and I'm gonna get you on this one. There's a question mark. Okay, there's a question mark here that the boy wrote in the paper. If there's a question mark, our intonation of our voice needs to go up. So it really should be something, the way you read it, should be something like, finally, he invented a machine to tell the prince when he had gone too far, which doesn't really make sense. The question mark doesn't really belong there. But the way to read that, because that's the way he wrote it, is the intonation of your voice needs to go up because it's a question, okay? So now go ahead and read it the correct way after the corrections were made.
Once in a faraway kingdom, there was a prince who always got lost. He turned left when he meant to turn right. He walked 10 miles instead of 1. He got lost every day of his life. The king hired a wise man to help his son. First, the wise man wrote an R on the prince's right hand and an L on his left. Next, he gave him a compass that shows all 4 directions. Finally, he invented a machine to tell the prince when he had gone too far.
Okay, and this word here for pronunciation, this is pronounced because we're talking about a noun, okay, is compass, not compass. Yeah, compass.
Compass.
Compass, good job. Okay, so on this page here, you see the corrections, and I'm going to ask you why. Why did the teacher put this in here?
Because Prince lived because there was a once, and once means a long time ago.
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with that sentence. Once there was a prince who always got lost. That's okay. That's actually, that's an okay sentence. But the teacher put in a faraway kingdom in there. Why do you think she did that? What is that we kind of talked about earlier today? What is this little part right here?
It's what's the teacher correction?
Yeah, but I mean, what is it? It's not, she added it because it just says add, right? This little mark here means add. She added this. Why did she add this? This sentence right here is correct. It's fine. There's nothing grammatically wrong with it. But she added this little part right here. Why do you think she added that? We talked about it just a little while ago.
I don't know.
What do you have to add to your story for homework?
Something that's not correct.
No. Remember we just talked about these descriptive details?
Yes.
Okay, that's all this is. It's adding a little bit more to the story. Well, like I said, the first sentence right here is okay the way it is. Once there was a prince who always got lost. Okay, there's nothing grammatically incorrect about that sentence. The teacher just put this in a faraway kingdom. That's just adding more detail to that sentence. Once in a faraway kingdom, there was a prince who always got lost. In a faraway kingdom just gives it more detail. Does that make sense?
Yes, that makes sense.
Okay. I want you to try to remember what we talked about, because we just talked about this like 7 minutes ago. Okay. Keep, and then go to the next one. Why? Give me this. What's the reason behind this?
It's a descriptive details too.
Exactly, right? There's nothing wrong with saying he got lost a lot. Okay, that could happen. People get lost a lot, but it doesn't really tell a lot. It doesn't describe a lot. But now they took that out and they put every day of his life. That adds a lot more detail. Okay, keep going.
The wise man wrote an R on the prince's right hand and an L on his left.
Okay, why did she put in that word?
Because if you don't add a wrote in it, and it's become the wise man and R on the prince's left.
Doesn't make sense, right? Yeah. Okay, and then how about the next one?
He gave him a compass that showed all 4 directions.
Okay, and why did they put that in there?
It is a description details too.
Exactly, because there's nothing wrong with that sentence. I think if most people, if they see a compass, they know what it is, and we know a compass does show all 4 directions, north, south, east, and west. But it just added more detail to it. Good job. And then the last one.
You can't put an question mark in this sentence.
Okay. Why?
Because this sentence is not asking something.
Okay, and we usually ask questions with what words? What do we start questions with?
Will, when,
Okay.
what,
Okay.
why.
Okay, or how, right? Or something. Yeah. Good job. Good job. And once again, this is and I know this is kind of new for you, but this is really important, and it's important that you understand, the corrections that are being made in these writings, because we'll see it throughout this book. And if you can explain it like you just did, you're understanding writing, of why we use certain punctuation marks. And a really good one that you just learned was the descriptive detail. Okay, so good job. All right, and I don't want to start this next one here, because this will be like our next unit in 2 weeks, not now, but in 2 weeks, because we'll go back to the reading, liter, and anthology next week. Let's do this only for practice. Why don't, right now, I'm going to give you, no, I'm not going to give you a word. I want you to think of Give me a word. I want you to think of any word and kind of give me a word. Give me a noun. Give me a noun. Think of any kind of noun and give me
Mother.
Mother. Okay, it's a good one. Mother. Now I want you to give me a descriptive detail about your mother.
My mother is kind and nice.
Okay, give me a little bit more.
She has short hair.
Okay, give me a little bit more on the short hair.
The short hair is black and smooth.
Okay, and right there, that would be a descriptive detail. She has black, smooth, short hair. Okay, instead of just saying she has short hair, now I know it's black and smooth and short. So that's a detail about her hair. On who? Your mother. Okay, this is a good practice. So give me another. Think of another noun. Good job.
The tree.
A tree. Okay, describe a tree. Give me a descriptive detail about a tree.
A tree is tall. Tall and rough. There are many leaves on the tree.
And what color are those? What color are the leaves?
The colors are the leaves are green.
Okay. Now, put all that into one sentence. Instead of saying the tree is tall, it has many leaves, it is rough. Put all of that into one sentence. Make a descriptive sentence about that tree using everything that you just said.
The tree is tall and rough, and it has many green leaves.
Okay. The tall tree is rough and has many green leaves. Okay, the tall tree is rough and has many green leaves. Okay, and let's do one more, another noun. I'll give you one. That might be easier. I'm going to give you a noun. I'll give you sky. Okay.
Okay.
Now think of a sky.
The sky is blue. There are many stars on the sky.
There are many stars in the sky.
In the sky.
Hold on a second. Are you gonna see stars in the sky when the sky is blue?
Yes.
I don't normally see that. When do you see stars?
As nice.
At night. What color is the sky at night?
Black.
Okay, there you go. Okay, now give me a little bit more. Okay, now you got to change that. So now the sky's not going to be blue. The sky will be black, or the sky will be dark. And I know you said there's a lot of stars. What color are the stars? What are they doing? Are they twinkling? Are they moving? Are they just standing still? Give me a little bit more. Give me some descriptive detail so I can visualize the stars without seeing them. Okay? Put that into a sentence.
The star is bright and small.
Okay.
And it is shining.
Okay, and it's shining in the black sky. You have to talk about the black sky too. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I know this can be kind of difficult, but this is just to give you some practice so you really kind of understand, what you're doing. And we'll work on better ways to say that because you're using a lot of ands. It's and light and shiny and white or and small. But we can use ways to combine chunking those words together. But just to start off, just to give you an idea. And now you have some practice of some descriptive details that you can use in your story today, or not today, but when you do your homework. Does that make sense?
Yes, that makes sense.
Okay. Do you like this, Bruce? I mean, do you like that I add a little bit more, that I challenge you a little bit?
Yes, I do.
Okay, good. I think it will help. So, okay, well, let's stop here. Any last minute questions before we go then?
No, thank you, teacher.
Okay, so remember next week then we'll be working in the other book, the litter anthology book, right, with reading. And then if you can, send your homework on WeChat. And remember, try to self-correct. And if you make a mistake, cross the word out. I don't care how many mistakes you make. I'm not ever concerned with that. Who cares? That's how you learn. But I want you to try to pick them up yourself before you take that picture and send it to me. Okay. So you have that extra page to write, adding on to the story, trying to use descriptive details and self-correcting. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So with that, hey, well, good luck with your competition. Have fun in school. Have a great weekend, and I will see you next week. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Good job. Bye, Bruce.
Goodbye, teacher.